What's good everyone, it's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be taking a look at the performance review of the Under Armour Flow Futr X4 in the camo colorway. Alright, so first things first, as always, starting with the traction pattern, you are getting that flow foam as far as the rubber compound. You kind of have these little slits in the heel, and then in the forefoot, it's kind of like, I don't know, almost like a diamond pattern in the forefoot. And this is a foam based outsole and midsole. It's all one piece. And how this performs on clean and dirty floors, if you've played in any of the recent Curry models, it performs exactly the same. So on clean floors, it has like the craziest bite ever. You just come to a dead stop. There's no sliding at all. And it's almost too tacky. It's just a crazy feeling. And if you've played in a flow foam outsole, you know what I'm talking about. On dirty floors, they do collect a little bit of dust. I don't think you can see much because I was wiping these quite a bit on the dirty floors. You're not going to slide out, but it's just not going to be quite as tacky. So overall, it is a very solid outsole as far as the traction goes. Outdoors, I would stray away from that because the outdoor elements are going to rip through this outsole because it is only foam. It's not rubber, so keep that in mind. But as far as the indoors go, these are absolutely solid and more or less exactly what you've come to know and love from Under Armour, and that's why they're going to score basically a perfect setup at 9.5 out of 10. As far as the cushioning goes, again, it's a flow foam setup. I don't believe this one is dual density like the newer Curry models. So you're getting this pretty dense foam. In the heel, you have a little bit of impact protection. And then in the forefoot, you are sitting really close to the floor because your foot is actually seated, housed within this midsole right here. So you're really close to the floor up front. In the back, a tiny bit of impact protection, but it's just so dense that it's not like a really squishy feeling. It's a very responsive setup because it is pretty firm. The heel to toe transition is very nice. You have a very much like a rocker effect with this outsole. It's very natural from heel to toe. As you can see right here, it's pretty chunky at the back of the shoe. So overall, if you really like court feel and a very responsive setup, I do think you'll like these. If you've tried any of the recent basketball shoes from Under Armour in the last 3 or 4 years, you know what to expect with this model right here. But personally for me, it's not quite enough cushioning. I'm in my mid-30s now. I don't have bad knee problems, but I just like something that's a little bit more plush from heel to toe. So keep that in mind with this model. But if you like models like some of the Kobe's that are really close to the floor, I do think you will like these. So as far as the cushioning goes, for me, it's not a huge upside to the shoe, and that's why they're going to score a 7 out of 10. As far as the fit goes with this model right here, I did get these sent from Under Armour, and these are a size 10.5. Now typically in Nike basketball, I am a 10.5, but with these, they fit very snug, to the point where my toe was basically right at the end of the shoe. The width was not a problem, it was more of the length. And I think that somewhat has to do with this Achilles pillow at the back of the shoe. It's just so padded and puffy. I do think it pushes your foot forward just a little bit. If you are a wide footer and you like a little bit more room in the front of your shoes, I would say go up half a size. If you are a regular footer and like a very snug fit, go true to size. But if you like about a thumb's width, I would also recommend going up half a size. For me, it was like a suffocating fit. They did break in over time, but they were still just very snug up front. As far as the padding at the back, you have a ton of that. These do not have a traditional tongue. These kind of have an elastic style tongue. It's all one piece, kind of like a one piece inner booty. It's very comfortable on foot. So overall, the fit is very nice. I just wish that I did get a US size 11 rather than this 10.5. But overall, it's a very snug fit, and I really enjoy this Velcro strap that kind of goes across the shoe as well. So as far as the fit goes, these are going to score a very solid 8 out of 10. As far as the materials go on these guys right here, I actually really enjoyed them, and they were one of my favorite parts of this shoe. So you have a mesh material at the back of the shoe with some fused rands running throughout, and then this really nice suede right here on the lateral and on the medial side, and then on the toe box right here and on the lateral side near the pinky toe. So overall, the materials are very nice. And then running up the tongue down to the toe box, you have this really stretchy spandex-like material. So you're getting some of the new school materials and then some of the older school materials with this suede running throughout. So for me, they broke in very quickly and they were just very nice on foot. You have some more of that fuse at the toe box for some more durability and support. So overall, they definitely get a pass. Nothing premium. Keep in mind, this shoe does retail for 135 USD, around 170 here in Canada. So you're not going to get premium materials for that price point, but it's actually not bad at all. And I actually really enjoyed them because they broke in really quickly. And that's why the materials are going to score a pretty solid 8.5 out of 10. As far as the weight goes, again, this is a US size 10.5, and these come in at 14.05 ounces. So all things considered, this is a decently lightweight shoe. They don't feel heavy in hand or on foot. And I do think that's a plus because it is a low top shoe with very minimal materials in this upper. So it's really not an issue at all as far as the weight goes. As far as the support goes on this model, now you might see this shoe and see that it's such a low top with this crazy outsole and not think that it has a ton of support, but you would be wrong because at the back of the shoe, you have a pretty rigid internal heel counter. Moving your way forward from that, you do have this Velcro strap that goes across near the midfoot and then across the top of the shoe right here. And I typically do not care for Velcro straps because I find that they come undone and they just don't do anything for the shoe. But with this one, I really enjoyed it. It did not come undone at all with around 10 hours of play. And I actually felt like it had some use because I did feel like it was strapping my foot in like a seatbelt, so it definitely did the job as far as adding some extra support at the top of the shoe. You are seated ever so slightly within this flow foam midsole, so when you do make those hard lateral cuts, this midsole is actually protecting your foot and preventing it from spilling over on the side of this shoe right here. So it definitely does a good job at that. Moving your way to the bottom, you do have a very wide and stable base in the forefoot, but actually the heel as well. So you do have a very nice wide base at the bottom of this shoe. And then you do have this plastic TPU shank plate. It's a midfoot shank plate and it offers an insane amount of torsional rigidity, while still maintaining decent forefoot flex at the front of the shoe. So if you need a very sturdy shoe, and also when you load the shoe, whether you're running or jumping, it definitely kind of propels your foot forward. So this shoe is very rigid on foot. It has everything you need from the back all the way to the front as far as the support goes. So I definitely enjoyed my time in these, and I actually do think you could play in these with positions 1 through 5. A lot of people think low tops don't have ankle support. Ankle support does not come from the height of a shoe. It comes from having your proper fit, size, a very snug fit with a great internal or external heel counter that really locks you into the back of the shoe, and then having a decent midfoot shank plate. That's where you're getting all of your support within a basketball shoe or a shoe in general. So this shoe is a very supportive shoe and I really enjoyed my time as far as the support goes. And that's why they're going to score a very solid 9 out of 10. I think this is a great bang for your buck shoe with superb traction, decent cushion. If you want court feel and responsiveness, this was right up your alley. As far as the support and materials go, they definitely get a pass. They are great as far as support. And then as far as the fit goes, again, I did find them to fit a little bit too snug for my liking. So I do wish I went up to a size 11, but overall, I think this is a superb basketball shoe and you're basically getting all of the tech as far as the Curry models at a cheaper price point. So I think that's a great thing that Under Armour is keeping most of the tech as far as reusing the tooling here at the midsole and outsole. And I just really enjoy what Under Armour is doing with their current models as far as this flow foam for the overall setup of this shoe. So that's going to do it for today's performance review on the Under Armour Flow Futr X4 in this camo colorway. A very nice option from Under Armour, and I do think you're going to be able to get these on sale probably by Black Friday. This is a great option if you love a shoe with great traction, decent cushion, but a lot of support within this shoe. Whether you play positions 1 through 5, you will be good to go. So overall, this is a great option from Under Armour. As always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that would definitely help the channel a ton. And check out my Instagram, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and nostalgia as a whole. As always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.